If you know my story and you know me, you know I'm not an angry person. But if you don't know my story to the wider perspective, you can think, oh, this guy can get angry sometimes for no reason.
This is Mike Hill on Mike's KDB, the Sunday League Kevin De Bruyne, baller, coach, and if South London made a streets will never forget team, he'd be the captain.
Oh my days!
He makes the unordinary look ordinary. Usually lets his feet do the talking, but thankfully I can't afford his appearance fee. This is Rootz.
Ready? Alright, cool. What's going on, people? And welcome back to Rootz TV. Different surroundings. I'm in South London, man.
South.
With my guy, Mike's. How you doing?
I'm well, man. I'm
Yeah?
well. You good?
Yeah, not bad. What's this?
This is the cages. This is where streets makes footballers.
Yeah? This is
So-
where you grew up as a kid? Is this what your...
No, Baiteze is more so where
Yeah.
I grew up. This is more like Clapham South towards like Lambeth area.
Yeah.
But there's enough Lambeth kids that are sick out football, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, mine is more so Baiteze, so yeah, different scenario than this. We wasn't lucky to have a 3G.
Oh,
We was
no,
on a-
man.
We was on a concrete.
That's what I'm saying. Back in the day when it used to be that... Remember those Muga grounds? Those hard grounds? And you graze your
grazing
knee.
up. Yeah.
Your knee's finished. Yeah.
That's
But-
what it was.
So why are we here then? This is your spot, yeah?
This is now my home turf, so to speak. Yeah, this is where I teach the younger ones, nurture them into a correct way of playing football, not a dinosaur way of playing football. So, yeah, as long as they're learning, then we're good, innit?
So you're a coach by trade then, yeah?
Yeah.
As well as a baller.
I try. But yeah, coach Max now, not footballer Max.
Nah, what
That's
do
what
you
it is.
mean?
That's what it is.
Really?
When people see me, they say Coach Max.
Nah, listen.
So yeah, no, it's funny. I just gotta take it now. That's my job.
Nah, listen. They've seen all the clips by now. They've seen the viral clips, guys. Listen.
Kids will come and say it. Like, Coach Matt, you can play football. I say, you little do you know, man. But, they just know that I'm good at demonstrations. That's it.
That's it. What, they don't see the clips going online?
No, they see the clips, but like, I always feel a kid with confidence. So kids will say that they're better than me,
Yeah.
which is fine. Let them believe that. That's cool. But it makes me laugh because they actually say that. They're like, I'm actually better than you. I'm like, you don't even know.
If only they knew.
Yeah.
Hey, because my phone's still going off from that clip that you, was it in a pre-season friendly?
Oh,
you not
for
make that
Saha.
guy
Yeah.
crazy.
Kids literally come like, oh my goodness, like you actually did it to grown-ups too. I'm like, yeah, like it's not just you guys, you know what I mean? Yeah, it kills me, but it's good.
So tell me about your background. You said you grew up in Baiteze, yeah?
And so grew up in Baiteze, literally, I've been in Baiteze all my life. I only had one house move, same cages, the house move wasn't too far, so
Yeah.
literally the same cages, similar cages. And then, yeah, just, if everybody is in Baiteze, everyone will know about Surrey Lane and stuff like that, and like the cages around there. And then, literally, 3v3s back in the day. It used to be me, Josh and Jacob in the cage, used to run riot. Like, we would stay on until the lights come on, and then mum whistles, and you gotta come home.
Time to come home, yeah.
So literally, that was my childhood growing up in the end, so to speak. Like, literally, I was just outside all day long. Like, you couldn't get me inside the house. Like,
And what age did you play for a team or started playing for a team?
my first team was Tulsil. My brother was 3 years older than me, and they said that you can't. I think it was like 5. They're like, you can't play that age. Like, but they're like, you can train the age in training, but you can't play the age.
Yeah.
And then what's it called? I think like under 6s. I think I started at Tulsil, but that was like 20 years ago now, man. I'm getting old.
And then from there, what? Did you get signed or what? What's the story?
From there,
I feel like you got a story
was-
like I could have made it, but sort of.
yeah, everybody has one of those stories. From there to Chelsea, I was there for a few years, and then from Chelsea to Fulham, I was there for quite a long time, and then Fulham, that doesn't like get spoken about, so like that one there is a real hoo-ha. That one's a bit of a mess. I don't really like going into depth about that one.
Really? What, the Fulham one?
Yeah, like it's more of a family issue.
Oh, okay. Talk
and
about the
then-
Chelsea one then. So Chelsea, who would have been there at the time?
Chelsea, my team was Tammy, Solanke.
Oh, that
Yeah, like I don't ever like. Obviously, you're a kid, so your memory's a bit off. But like, I don't ever remember losing a match.
Yeah.
Like when you have the Chelsea badge on, it's like I don't know, it's like a confidence, like a persona that you got now that, like, yeah, we don't lose, like, you're coming to us, like,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
And then
good
obviously
luck.
you got cheat codes up front in Tammy and Solanke that are just,
Yeah.
and there was another kid called Dapo, I think he went on to play for Bolton. He was just like a Jermaine Defoe, like, fox in the box guy, like,
Yeah.
sharp, yeah. So, and back then I was a centre back. So
See
these guys
me?
are keeping me on my toes, you know what I mean?
Really?
Like, yeah, like, I was just on a reading the game, interceptions, breaking line, like, that was like
Yeah.
more so my thing, yeah. But in training, coming up against those three, like, I was like, yeah. And then there was another guy called Josh. Josh and Karshe was the best at Chelsea, like, better than Tammy,
Really?
Solanke, yeah, in my eyes anyways, like.
And what happened to their career? Josh also.
Josh is now a photographer. I literally, there was a guy, Scout Appreciation, that like showed me, like allowed me to get in touch with Josh. And then Karshe, I just heard that he's doing that life, do you know what I mean? So
Okay,
this
okay.
is kind of thing. But yeah, now back then the team was scary, man.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I don't ever remember losing. Then my first game for Fulham was against Chelsea. And I was like, or if they don't lose, you know what I mean? Like, I know I'm not going to win. But I played good. I remember, like, my family was telling me that that's one of the best games they ever see me play. I think we drew. So, they're like, listen, you didn't lose, you know what I mean? Like, you get it,
Yeah.
to take it, like. So, yeah, and then after Fulham...
But what happened with the Chelsea situation? Why didn't it work out at Chelsea?
So, to my knowledge, what I've been told is I went on holiday to Ireland, back home, in a time where they send out like Christmas cards and stuff like that to say you got a 1 year and stuff like that. But then Fiona moved from Chelsea to Fulham, and obviously like back then when like obviously my father was more involved in my football life, it was a thing where like he didn't hear nothing, so he got a phone call from Fiona. We'll offer you a 2 year at Chelsea. Have you heard anything from a 2 year at Fulham? Sorry, have you heard anything from Chelsea? And he was like, no, nothing.
Is that Scout?
Yeah. But Fiona's massive.
Yeah,
like she's one of the best going.
She found Sessignon and
All of them. Anybody that's
I know,
like
yeah.
she's probably had she's the best. So yeah, Fiona offered a 2 year like verbal agreement. So then he was like, listen, like you can wait or you can take the 2 year. Like you're not waiting. We're taking the 2 year. Fiona is the person that will look after you.
Yeah.
So we went with Fiona. Just. It's one of those ones where you find out that Chelsea still wanted you kind of thing, but you've already agreed, like, is what it is. Like, you take a 2 year over a 1 year, like that little protection. That's how parents see it. You're in the academies for longer.
Yeah. Do you regret that though? Obviously seeing how Chelsea have gone and where the players that you're playing up against.
Fiona went back to Chelsea, man.
Oh,
I know. You can't regret anything in life. Like, how you go about your life, who I am now is for those reasons. So I wouldn't change anything. Sometimes I do think like all of those, like the majority of those players are now pros. So like even like the ones that come in like Tomori and stuff like that, that's in that age group as well, like all of them. And I was thinking, but then again, there are some that you think are the best, like Josh and stuff like that, that didn't make it. So then again, it's kind of like, okay, maybe not.
Do you think it's stuff that might have been off the pitch rather than, because there's no doubt you're a baller, but do you think it might have been like attitude-wise or, I don't know?
I think I'm very, like, as a kid, like, I don't know, it's a lot to do with upbringing. That's why, like, even like here in the cage and stuff like that, like, parents, like, they're not allowed to talk to their kid, because I had that in the worst ways.
What? Like you're a parent in your ear and then you're trying to listen to the coach at the same time.
Yeah. And like any parent that like speaks, I listen, I observe, because it's nice to have like that, but not whilst the coach is kind of, so it's going against kind
It's
of thing.
too much as well, like information overload, like
But
who do I listen to?
There's a way of, how can I say, information coming across. And like I had it in the worst way, like swearing as a child, like, yeah, I mean, back then beats was okay. Do you get, so like I was just getting licks, whatever.
Yeah.
And then what's cool? When I see it now, I'm saying to Dad, listen, like I know it. That's gonna do nothing for your son. Like, and respectfully, I was signed. Do you get it? Like, so it's not doing what you think it's doing, kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, every kid is different.
Yeah.
But yeah, like it's how you. I don't know. As a kid, it's how you take certain things and whatever. Like, in my head, I think like the misconception of me being like angry and stuff like that is from that childhood where it's black and white, it's right and wrong. There's no can we have a conversation of why you think this and not,
Yeah.
it's not that. I said it, that's it. I don't care anything else. I'm just like, you can't even have a conversation. There's no debating, there's no reasoning, do you get it?
Yeah.
So like, my standards and my like attention to detail as a kid is, this is what it is. And if it's anything lower than that standard, it's just not good. And you'll get beat and do you get it? Like, you're not good enough, all of like, everything is negative if it's not good enough.
Yeah.
Obviously now, teaching it, you learn in it as you grow up to teach it in a correct way.
Yeah,
like
positive
mannerisms are
reinforcement
good.
and stuff like that. Yeah.
But like, I think the attitude and like how people misunderstand me is my level and like my intensity are so high that when things aren't good, that's when I get a bit like, how can I say, it's like,
You're on them, like, again.
yeah, like I'm on you, like, come on now, like, do you get it? Like,
Yeah. You
I
understand.
play football, like, yeah, like, just make sure everything is back foot set, everything, like, good way of passes, like, I don't want nothing rubbish.
Yeah, 'cause
like,
again,
because that's when I
essentially-
get frustrated, and then that's when they say, oh, Max got attitude problem, you don't know how to talk to people, I'm just there like, listen, if the football is good, the talking is just pure information. There doesn't need to be
and it's
anything
passionate.
else.
You're passionate about what you do. Do you know what I mean? And again, like, they're effectively a representation of you and how you come across and how you coach.
Yeah,
Because
no,
again,
it's
they'll
true.
be like, oh, that's Mike Gill's player. Oh, they're this or they're that.
Yeah,
Do you know what
I
I'm
know.
saying? So-
That's why I try to tell kids, you represent me now as well,
Yeah.
so it's a bit different. But yeah, no, for myself, I think it's if you know my story and you know me, you know I'm not an angry person. But if you don't know my story, to the wider perspective, you can think, oh, this guy can get angry sometimes for no reason. But it's like, you don't really know why I get angry kind of thing.
Yeah,
So when certain people are doing something, like, not to say it's a flashback or anything, but it's kind of like, come on now, man, like, I don't want to hear that, or I don't want to
Yeah.
kind of thing. So, yeah, nah.
Okay. So from Fulham then, what happened there?
Fulham, I tell you like a little bit of the back end of Fulham. So my mum like didn't know a little bit. So like, she's like, basically Fulham wanted to keep going. And they had to ask permission for my mum to take me. And then it was a thing where mum was like, listen son, like, you have other brothers and sisters, like, I'm not doing that. And I was like, mum, but you don't know, like, this is good. She's like, I don't care. Like, you have other brothers and sisters, stop being selfish. I'm telling my brothers, like, yo, like, they're older than me, so like, one is 3 years, one is 6 years old. I'm saying, like, come on now, like,
Yeah.
help me out. Do you get it? Like, do you get it?
This
like,
is a big deal, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like joking with them, saying like, oh, like, I'll buy your house when I'm older, like, I'll provide for you, I'll buy your car, get your chauffeur. I'm like, obviously it's all banter at the time, but like, part of it was like, listen, like, if you believe in me, I'll actually do that for you.
Yeah.
What's it called? They're like, no, one is going off to uni, the other one is like getting early teenage years, kind of like, I mean, late teenage years, so it's a thing where it's like, okay, cool, like, they don't care. My mum is saying, yeah, like, I've got to deal with everybody in the house, which is
Yeah.
fair. What's it called? So yeah, then I literally went to a grassroots team.
Really?
Like, and then I was like, this is awful. This is so bad. Like, I can't do this.
so you've
so
gone from
bad.
high standards at Chelsea and Fulham
Yeah,
to...
I went to Wanderrek, like literally King George's Park. Like I was looking, I was thinking, this is so bad. Like this is
Yeah.
And I played the year up, and I was thinking, yeah, like a couple of players are good, other players like have got no game understanding, no nothing. Like, and then I was like, oh, I can't do this for like too long. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I did that for like the end of the season. Then I went to Tooting and Mitcham because I heard that that's better.
Yeah.
I went there.
Oh, so was you there at the time when Danny Bassett and...
No, they're a lot older than me.
Oh, okay.
What's it called? This is still like when I was young. I was there with like Romani and people like that. But then it was a thing where I come late, like I'm not in the A team, so I'm in the B team too in the Mitcham. Couldn't believe my eyes. I'm just like, what's going on? Like, do you know, like, on a respectful one, like, who I've been playing with my whole life and like on the like who I am.
Did you pull that one? Yeah.
No, I didn't. In my head, I was like, you know what, like it's football. My
Yeah.
mom like does like just go and play son kind of thing.
Yeah.
So it's like whatever. And then
Not to sound disrespectful, yeah, but did you resent your mum a little bit by look where I am now, mum?
No, because-
Mitcham B team, and I was at Fulham and Chelsea with rubbing shoulders with these players.
I never resented my mom. I even now, cannot resent my mum. It's more so, like, my father, like, don't, like, yeah, like, he's out of the picture kind of thing. Like, that's somebody who I resent heavily. But yeah, when I was at Tooting, in my head, I just was laughing. Like, it's just funny. Like, I remember playing against Ade Lukman. He scored 4, I scored 4. Like, it's like, okay, like, you going to Charlton. But I'm off the back of coming as a centre-back, kind of centre-mid now, transition to centre-mid at Fulham, to, like, holding mid.
Yeah.
So I'm saying, I know who your holding mid is at Charlton. Like, I'm better than him. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Who is it?
it was just some white guy, like, and I was thinking, he can't really move, do you get it? Like, and I was just there, like, I know I'm better than you kind of thing. But they wanted an attacking midfielder. Of course, we both scored 4.
Yeah.
So then I just said to the guy, like, listen, like, I know my capabilities and stuff like that. I
Yeah.
don't think I'm an attacking midfielder, not like with, like, who I am right now. Like, I'm a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
He said, that's fine, like, cool. Then, like, after the, like, one day I went in, he was like, that's what you think, like, we'll get somebody else in. Lookman went in, bam, straight away. 1 year later, Scholar. But,
So hold on,
like,
did you just talk yourself
like,
out of a move? Basically?
Yeah, because I didn't feel like that was my position.
Oh,
But
right.
like, but that's God's doing anyways, because now look where Lookman is. So like, that's.
But you could have been alongside him.
Yeah, but that's his journey. Now I'm proud of him. Even Ballon d'Or now, like
Yeah.
everything. So like, literally, that's his journey. So I'm so happy for him. But
But you
yeah,
could have been alongside him. Why you took yourself out of a move?
After that, my friends are like, crucify me, like, don't ever do that again.
Yes,
And then Joe Shields came along. I think I went into some Crystal Palace thing.
Is it at Man City?
No, he was at Crystal Palace before Man City.
Okay.
So he was like, what are you doing in the development? And I was just there like, oh, like, the last couple of years, like, have been a bit, like, different. Like, and he was like, where have you been? You've been off my radar. And I'm just there like, oh, yeah, like, I haven't been in the academies. And then he was like, so go in then, innit? Like, come with me. And he literally just took me out of the development. I went straight into the academy. Like, I knew Ollie Bennett, Corey, all of them. So then he was like, yeah, like, you know everybody. Like, train with them. Like, you're not here anymore. So then I literally went with Palace. And then under 16, just did the last, like, season with Palace. But that's all thanks to Joe as well. Because literally, if he didn't see me that day there, yeah, I don't know.
God
like,
sometimes, isn't it? Like,
no,
yeah,
honestly.
yeah.
And then after that, that's when all the surgeries come with my knee. So yeah, literally, I think like the last 3 games, I think, at Palace, I literally like nasty landing, and then just like I tried to play on it. You know when you try to play on it, trying to like
Yeah, I'm alright. Yeah.
yeah, like get through. Like, can I get a scholar here? All of that. And then after that, literally nasty challenge, and then yeah, surgery.
And
And
that's
then
it.
since then, tried to go again, like get back to it, surgery again. And I was like, damn man, I hear too many stories about this knee thing, like, so I wasn't trying to be a part of the statistic for that, do you get it? And then, see like if you don't take rehab serious,
Yeah.
like and then they say like the percentage of you doing your other knee goes higher.
Yeah.
So then I was just there like, like, do you know what I mean? So let me just chill,
Yeah.
take the rehab serious,
Yeah.
whatever,
Yeah.
and then do it proper.
Yeah.
And then that's what happened. And then I went to Kinetic after I feel like doing my rehab properly, and then they did it again. I was just there like, yeah, you can't write this. Do you know what I mean? Like, I actually did it properly to make sure that it didn't happen, then it happened again. But again, that's just, somebody posted the game, and the person that did my knee commented underneath. I think I had to message V to say, like, delete his comment. Like, that's when my head was flying.
Yeah.
And I was just thinking, like, you don't even know, like, you're part of the reason why, like...
Commenting like what,
no,
sort
like,
of thing?
yeah,
Or just
like,
commenting?
I can't even remember the comment specifically, but, like, I saw it, I clicked on his profile, I went back to the comment, and I was like, you're actually a horrible person. Like, you actually injured somebody and found that, like, funny. Like, you found, like, you laughed about that. Like,
Oh,
and I
swear.
was just, I messaged V straight away, I said, V, like, do you mind taking that comment down? Like, not the video or whatever, like, not the
Yeah.
post, like, just take the comment down, yeah. I was rattled. I was thinking, you know, like, part of you, like,
Yeah.
the ends mentality, I want to find out where you live.
Where
I want
you-
to
where
get
are
back.
you right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just thought, like, I'm not going to ruin my business for somebody, like, do you know what I mean? This is God's plan now. So, like, literally coach Mike instead of player Mike. So I just
Yeah.
thought, you know what? Like, let me just calm, just be relaxed. But I was fuming at the time. When I saw that, I was thinking, boy. But, yeah, I think it was a picture of me like in a winning side, but I was in crutches. And then the person coming underneath you, and I was thinking, yeah, I'm riled.